questions. Question orale, the Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
The Minister for Finance promised a balanced budget by 2027. She said that deficits are having an effect on inflation. But her budget adds $60 billion extra dollars on the inflationary fire, $4,200 per family. Will the minister finally recognise that Canadians can no longer pay? And will she table a plan to balance the budget to reduce inflation and interest rates? The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister. Mr. Speaker, once again, the Conservatives show that they are completely irresponsible and that for them, the only important thing is trying to pick partisan fights here in Parliament. Today, the Conservatives are trying to suppress the help that Canadians need and that we would like to give Canadians. For example, in this budget, we will improve the Canada Workers' Benefit. The Honourable Leader of the Opposition. What is irresponsible are policies that increase inflation and interest rates. Canadian consumers are the most indebted in the G7. Consumers are the most indebted, more so than even the Canadian economy. The minister admits causing inflation because of inflationist policy. This will increase interest rates even higher on the backs of these indebted consumers. Will she finally implement a balanced budget to reduce inflation and interest rates before there is a crisis? The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister. Mr. Speaker, what is truly shocking is the completely irresponsible position, an adolescent position taken by the Conservatives. They prefer partisan bickering than helping Canadians. And I would like to explain to you what there is in the budget and what Canadians need. For example, better worker benefits, doubling for deductions for tools. The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
It's just 6 months ago that this minister promised a balanced budget by the year 2027. She said that deficits fuel inflation. Deficit Finance Minister John Manley, a Liberal, said that while the Bank of Canada is slamming on the brakes of inflation with higher rates, this government is slamming on the gas with higher spending. This could cause the whole engine to blow, and all of that mortgage debt Canadians hold comes up to renewal unless the rates come down. So will she act now to put in place a plan to balance the budget to bring down inflation and interest rates?
The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I am truly appalled by the reckless and irresponsible behavior we are seeing from the Conservatives today. They are showing that they prefer adolescent partisan games over actually delivering support to Canadians. So let's talk about what they are preventing Canadians from getting with their parliamentary childishness. They are preventing Canadians from getting the doubling of the tradesperson's toll deduction. They are preventing us from putting in place an anti-flipping tax that's going to stop speculation in homes.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Mr. Speaker, what is truly reckless is driving up inflation and interest rates on Canadian consumers who are the most indebted in the entire G7. In fact, the combined consumer debt is almost bigger than the entire Canadian economy. And when the monster mortgages that Canadians took out with the advice of this government back in 2021 and 22 come into higher rates for renewal, there could be a massive mortgage meltdown. Therefore, will the finance minister do what she promised only 6 months ago, and that is to say, stop putting fuel on the inflationary fire, balance the budget to bring down inflation and interest rates? Yes or no?
The Honourable Deputy Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, someone who advised Canadians to opt out of inflation by investing in crypto is pretty ill positioned to offer economic advice of any kind. And you know what he is doing instead of providing a responsible economic plan? He is blocking the support that Canadians need, real measures in our budget implementation bill. For example, cracking down on predatory lending. Who could be opposed to that? Isn't that what Canadians need right now? But the Conservatives, with their frivolous, childish behavior, are stopping Canadians from getting that support.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Les familles québécoises.
Quebec families are being struck by forest fires. This includes fires also elsewhere in Canada. The Conservatives are here to support any government measures that will be necessary to protect Canadians and to minimise the effects of forest fires. I would like to thank the Minister for the briefing that he gave, and I would like to offer him the opportunity to give an update to this House and all Canadians on the state of the forest fires and what the government is doing to respond.
Minister of Emergency Preparedness.
I thank the member opposite for the important question and also for the strong advocacy from every member of this House on behalf of their communities. Mr. Speaker, there are currently 370 wildfires burning in Canada, 217 of which are out of control. There have been over 26,000 evacuations from communities right across the country in response to a request for assistance from the provinces of Alberta, Quebec, and Nova Scotia. We have deployed the Canadian Armed Forces into those three provinces. In each location, the Canadian Armed Forces are now in the field assisting with firefighting efforts.
L'Honorable Député.
The Honourable.
Thanks for watching the video to the very end. If you'd like to subscribe, I've made it very easy. You can do so by clicking right there. If you'd like to watch another House of Commons highlight clip, you can do so by clicking right there. And if you'd like to subscribe to my main channel, Mistersunshinebaby, where it's all Canadian political news, then you can do so by tapping up there. Subscribing is absolutely free. There's a button down below that says subscribe. If you'd like to join and become a member and financially contribute, you could do so as well. Thank you so much for watching this video.